So good evening, guys. Welcome to another weekly commentary on the God of Indices channel, right? This is where we see what price is doing, what we're anticipating for the week going to this week. Like our custom is, we always look at uh, GU to see our move because I always advise for you to choose one pair and one session, one trade per day, right? So this week, from based on last week, we're not able to hold a commentary, but I dropped something my community telling you guys that you should look for bullish movement, and we saw it. Although we saw that the weekly bullish candle didn't close above the previous, right? So let's get straight into it. So looking at the weekly charts on GU, you see that the previous week's candle closed with a weak rejection, not closing above the previous bearish candle, right? See, we have been getting rejection of this zone, right? This tells me that most likely I'm anticipating the dollar to regain strength because the dollar has been quite weak the past week, right? Anticipating for the dollar to regain strength for price to come down to this weekly FEG. So most likely because from what we say external range liquidity to internal range liquidity. So we took out external range liquidity, took out liquidity to this the right side, the left side here, right? Took out liquidity here. Yes, we are bullish because we got a candle closure above, but we would like to see price retrace down into this weekly fair value gap before continuing bullish. Or there's also another scenario because you see the way, if you notice, you see that price had been filling all the fair value gaps created on the weekly, right? Filling, so we don't have any inefficiency downwards for price to want to retrace deeper, right? So our first point of call would be this weekly fair value gap. So we jump down to the daily to see how structure is looking on daily. Like I normally say, you always want to see what structure is looking like in the daily time frame in relation to your candle closures. And to tell you now, you see on the daily too, we see that this also supports the movement. This supports this movement of price, right? Because our previous Friday's candle closed bearish, right? Closing below the previous. We had the previous candle gave us a weak rejection after taking out this liquidity. So when you see that a candle refuses to close above a old high or old low, but it gives a weak rejection and close below it, that's a likely reversal pattern. It's a likely reversal pattern. So we're most likely seeing price. We want to see price come down to the weekly FEG, which is this zone here, market. So before continuing bullish. So this is the first short-term point of call for price. This is what we are looking at going into this week. We are looking at going to this week. So the major move for the week will be bearish, but most likely the weekly profile being that Monday might give you some bullish price action to Tuesday, or can give you consolidation. We can see consolidation. We can also see price come up here. We can also see price come up here and still weak out this previous day's high, and then consolidate, then maybe weak this high to give us the high of the week before price coming down here, before going up like this. So these are the two likely scenarios I'll be leaning towards. I'll be leaning bearish, right? I'll be leaning bearish for the week. Like I always say in my group, you always want to because I'm a intraday, or am I intraday scalper, right? So I always like to close my position for each day. So I look for moves, right? So I can trade the retracement, I can trade the expansion for the day. So you want to see the range. You can want to go to the lower time frames to see your range. Yeah, you see, even on the H4, we see that we've broken structure to the downside bearish, right? So most likely we are getting retracement down to the mid of this breaker. The mid of this breaker, this order block, this failed bullish order block will likely get under retracement to that zone before we tank, we sell. So right. So we're anticipating Monday to give us a little bullish price action, right? But you can't say now there's nothing 100% guaranteed in the market. So we're just only doing our own analysis and our own projections. But the market will do what the markets will do. It's in your best interest to always stay in the direction of what the market is doing, so that you trade in the direction of what the market is doing. So right. Advise you guys, trade safe this week and make sure you follow your risk management. Stay blessed. Thank you.